Howdy zowdy, Big Beefy Burger Buddy here, the new episode of the Binding Ways of Repentance. We get to move on to like just like a normal-ish run of a character. So we gotta do Mega Satan. That's pretty epic. And then we gotta do both the normal 2 paths of the game that you would do. So let's have fun on the good, strong character. Just like do those real quick, and then we'll move on to whoever's next in the list. It's been a good day today so far. Nice and relaxing day off from my place of employment, which is nice because at work yesterday. I didn't sleep very well. Some weird things happening with my schedule. So what does this do? It just gets rid of my thing. That's fine. Can I even do my sneeze anymore? That's kind of boring, honestly. Should I just like reroll? Do another run. That is Mom's knife. You can't really get mad about Mom's knife. But yeah, kind of just was at work. Didn't sleep very well. Weird thing with my schedule. They scheduled me for a time that literally wasn't even my availability, so I had to stay up as soon as they opened because they decided that I do an early bird shift that day to be like, yeah. So my schedule changed. I was not notified. Also, that's not my availability. Can we fix that real quick? So they did, but then I still got like no sleep, which is not great when you're trying to like have a human head that brain work. So that was kind of bad. But then yeah, what really just like made my day that day is I had somebody take a piece of a giant piece of wood, just kind of stick it straight up and let go of it without saying anything, like a complete moron. And it landed on my wrist because I had nowhere else to move. So I hit my wrist, hurt like shit. I was like, yeah, that hurts. I guess I got to deal with that for a little bit here. And I certainly had to deal with it. Long story short, after an hour of that, I went home early because my wrist was starting to hurt more and more as I continued to do my job that requires like 80% of the time using your hands. So not a good day. I went home early. At least my wrist doesn't hurt anymore. But I did absolutely go to bed yesterday after I got home. Because again, I had been up. I got 2 hours of sleep that night because of the whole schedule thing. Just a bad day. Like, I ended up doing like nothing for a good period of time, which is never too much fun. I felt bad, tired. Still feel pretty tired right now because that's just like a weird, you know, kind of side effect of sleeping for too long in a certain amount of time. It's like I then went back to bed because I woke up at like my normal time. Because usually how my schedule works, if I wake up at like 2 in the morning, I'll like draw or things like that. Try to be a little productive because you wake up, there's no point in trying to fight it anymore. You're not going back to bed at that point. It's not happening. So I'm like, okay, well, in that moment of awakeness, might as well try to get something done. So I usually get out the drawing tablet, start doing some art stuff. Usually, it's how I finished the latest thumbnail I've done for a video that should, at this point, be out already. My first Elden Ring one. Just you need to. I just can't go back to bed when you do that. So today is the day after that wonderful workplace accident. I put in a notice that I was injured, and I don't know. Since it didn't progress, it's not really important enough. See, my employer handles it a way different way. That's definitely less ideal. Honestly, I'm not gonna do that. Because it doesn't. If I had a second trinket slot, maybe I'd do it. But no, we're not doing that. Yeah, today's been basically just like boring but relaxing. So you know what? I'll take boring and relaxing. I'm finally sitting down here playing the Isaac Binding game. Kind of really want that, by the way. I think these nuts is a pretty good item. Probably not gonna get it here. We actually did. Wow. D10. If I see enemies I don't like, I can hit space and remove them. It's pretty good. I saw a video that one card in Balatro is actually way stronger than I originally thought it was. Somebody posted it at Discord. That was that's an amazing hit for me to take. I'm probably really low on health now. Apparently misprint shows you what the next card is you're gonna draw, so that's cool. That's basically all that's happened today. I mean, I tried to play a game with my friend, and he couldn't even finish the one game before rage quitting. I mean, I get it, actually. I'm pretty infamous for wanting to rage quit when I lose in a game. So I'm not gonna actually be upset about that. But I was actually having fun. I'm a little lenient because it's a Smash Brothers clone, and I hate Smash Brothers. I think Smash Brothers fails in every regard for being fun for casual and competitive. For multiple reasons. One, just like Joker having 2 movesets is just like, okay, bro. I mean, Yoshi has like 15 moves he can do. So why does Joker getting 2 entire movesets that I gotta remember? Oh, okay. Guess what? Oh, all the DLC here, like, characters are just, like, broken? Of course they are. Why wouldn't they be? I love having that happen. It's a wonderful sort of, circumstance. But, I mean, it's a beta. Not even a beta, like public. Yeah, I mean, it's a beta, alpha even probably, like public test, sort of shenanigans. So that just like that just like blocks that out. So I think this is the second time now I have just completely changed my character's attack type, which is funny. I don't know how that guy didn't hit me, by the way. That would have been really aggravating had that happen. Okay, so we need to get 15 cents, because downgrading enemies twice is going to be insanely good. How did we get into that room? I'm realizing now that I actually just have no health and just kind of walked in there. I had 1 heart. I knew I had low health. I didn't realize I had that low health. Anyway, Smash Brothers is bad. They added pairing to every single character in the game. Which requires like unpressing the button, which I don't think is fun at all. That goes basically just down to preference. you know, that preference is there. It's not like I'm about to adjust my muscle memory so I can perfect block everything. It's just not fun for me. And then in Smash Brothers games, I liked to do a lot of the co-op, sorry, not the co-op, the offline stuff, just like fighting bots, like completing the game. I did that. I literally got all collectibles on Brawl when I had that game, with all the trophies and stuff. And I liked it. But Smash Brothers, the Ultimate, it has like 4,000,000 stickers that you gotta pick up, and instead of, you know, you just fought like the 3 legendary birds mission that's like extremely fucking hard with the hardest AI, where there's 3 of them ganking on you, and it's like literally some of the least fun gameplay I've ever experienced in a video game. Let's say you finally beat that, and now we have a wheel that moves so fast that no human could ever actually like time that. I've seen arcade ticket machines with more lenient timings than that piece of shit. This is a product for children. But I guess we want to just be like that in that game. So like you there's a high likelihood that unless you use 5 items that you have to grind, which totally respects my time for doing that. You just lose out on something you earned, which I really like. I think when you earn something, you should just not get it. So Nintendo is really good at doing that. We don't want to do this, by the way. We're just going to pick it up and drop it because it's a guppy item. And then, yeah, again, I hate fighting, like, so many of the characters in that game. Like, there's been a large period of a random bunch of assortment of games making Smash Brothers clones, because Smash Brothers... friend finder again, by the way. Oh, I could have 2 friends every time. And all of them baseline are just like usually they make you feel bad that Smash Brothers is online, is a Nintendo online service, and they are the fucking worst when it comes to gameplay. Like, oh, let's freeze your game constantly. Okay. I like that. That's definitely fun for me to be doing that. So, like, every time you play a Smash Brothers game not made by people that make Smash Brothers, then you you just get to feel like a game being responsive, having like a good connection. I don't know if rollback is the term. I'm pretty sure it's not. I'm pretty sure rollback is a different thing. I'm not a fighting game savant. So I don't know the terms. I know rollback is similar to some like, oh, well, we calculate that this is probably what you would have done, and if it changes, we'll undo it. It's like something like that. Which is, I mean, it just makes fighting games feel better. So I've heard. Makes sense. I'm gonna try to not, like, hurt my hand on this, by the way. Guardian Angel is, something. Now, I know I didn't pick up the funny, the other funny item earlier. Like the worm. And then I picked up the toenail. The toenail is really bad, so that's why I did it. So, look forward to me getting stomped on by, just a random foot at some point here. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, Smash Brothers, instead of having rollback, has, or like a good connection at least. It just makes you suffer. So it's like, okay. On top of that, I don't think this is necessarily a bad thing. I'm also just like not great at Smash Brothers. Which, you know, that's fine. I don't care. I don't need to be good at everything in my life. people that are good at Smash Brothers are better at pressing buttons on a controller than having hygiene. I have heard and experienced. I always like want to throw shade at people that are like gonna be like get good at Smash, and it's like, when's the last time you put deodorant on you? And then it's like a sort of negativity that's now I will not receive what's the word? Like, they don't have a way to fight back, right? Because now I've now insulted them, and it's like, that's so ass. That's so bad. I don't like that. Yeah, fuck Sackboy. It's a shitty item. I turned that golden penny into a sack because it generated. Because I've insulted them. See, I make fun of, like, I hate game developers for doing that, because it's like, okay, I spent $10 on a product. Okay, we're gonna segue from me shit talking Smash Brothers to me shit talking devs for shit talking the people that gave them money. I was trying to hit the sabotaged. Okay, let's break my hand a little bit. Let's do the negative path. I mean, it is a guppy item. I'm just gonna take it. And then I really don't want this item, so I'm not gonna take it. I feel like it clashes with the sword. And I'm gonna take that. I don't think it's gonna do anything. It's only gonna do something to those, which is not a lot. But I played, I think I've already literally talked about this, so sorry if I'm repeating it. I played a little shitty indie game, fucking useless, garbage, awful indie game. I'm gonna make sure, like, I put my opinion, like, forward on how much I hate this game. Called, fucking Paint the Town Red. It is a, disgusting, ugly Minecraft fucking, dog shit, art style game that looks ugly as fuck. Like, genuinely just, like, horrible looking voxel shit ass art style. I think it looks like trash. Well, the only gimmick is that it's a violent fucking game. Like, that's the only thing. That's the only appeal it has. Because, it has bad combat. No way of knowing how much damage enemies have taken, because you will have, half of a guy's head missing and he is still aggro on you. And it is the worst game I've ever, like, a lot of games that are, like, first-person you versus a million enemies have this problem called backpedal simming, I'm gonna go with, where you are just constantly backpedaling the entire time. I don't even know if I got my item that for, but, you know, as Crystal lost, who cares? I have, like, 3 tier 4 items. It's backpedal sim for a lot of that. And it's definitely one of the absolute worst, because that game is taking a chair, hitting somebody with it 15 times, and that not being able to kill them. The game. And you clip through walls all the time. Constantly. There's, like, no healing, so if you get hit once, 30 of your health is gone. Kill 500 enemies, please. By the way, I'm just getting destroyed by these bomb flies, which is great. And, oh, there's the foot. There's a foot stomping on me. I don't think I can afford to do that with my health anymore, considering the fact that it's now at a super low amount. So we're gonna drop that. So it has, like, just awful combat. Art style is disgusting. The fucking music is non-existent. It's buggy as shit. You clip through the floor and the ceiling all the time. You walk into a physics object, you clip through the floor and the ceiling all the time. It's just bad. Is, like, basically doesn't have a single strength. But then now it has a roguelike mode, so it's like, okay, so I've already been trying this this failed product that for some reason is highly beloved. And it decides I clipped through the fucking wall again, and then I get hit by a base enemy, and the game insults me for dying to a base enemy, and then it has like... It's just like a coward to insult its player, because it's not like, oh wow, you can't bite back, so I died in your product I spent money on, and now you're giving me a Twitter comment. So it's like, yeah, that's an easy refund. Like, go fuck yourself. I think you should have like some sort of respect for your audience. Now, I know I was literally just saying like making fun of Smash Brothers players for not showering. I'm gonna acknowledge that there is a level of bias in that. But I do want to recognize that one, if the the context is the aggressor is already telling me to do something that I don't want to do in a hostile manner. So like, don't tell me to get good. That's basically it. I already did the last floor. What? I completely blanked on the last floor that we did. I'm gonna go back and get that magician card. I don't know how useful that's gonna be, but I still want to like at least grab it. So I will recognize there is probably a level of funny bias on that. But again, I didn't like... If I'm going to make fun of a Smash Brothers player, they didn't give me money to experience this. This is all free. it's all dependent on whether or not... Look, I'm not the dev's friend of fucking... Paint the town red. Paint the town with their own shit is what they did when they made that game. that's so mean. It's true though, like... Oh, they went away. It's just a bad game. It's like 95% positive on Steam, which is insane to me. Like, there are a lot of games that have... Like, I will have a negative experience with. That will still have, like, a shockingly high amount of like positive reviews. Like there are other games, let's say here's an example. Hat in Time I didn't like because it was very, very buggy, especially during the free DLC that like basically ruined the game. Can I just skip this floor? Not even have to fight Satan? I have to fight Satan. Let's not do that again. I'm realizing. Realistically, one hit for 2 is like better, right? I'm not gonna do it. I forgot what I was talking about genuinely. I'm pretty good at doing that. Okay, hold on, that's good. I guess that thought just goes away. I guess I was complaining at A Hat in Time being a highly positive game. Yeah, it was really buggy and the DLC ruined it for me. And the one thing I liked about the DLC was actually not intended. And they promptly removed it 2 days later, and I'm like, okay, good. Why I did not like Hat in Time basically boils down to a game that is expecting perfection from you, but is not perfect in itself. don't get hit, but you clip through the boss fight and take damage. Okay. Like that's basically why it is. Or you know, shit like Elden Ring. Don't like Elden Ring, by the way. I think I've just played too many Souls games to like really connect with that game's like combat style anymore. And also, again, I think rolling is like borderline brainless in a lot of games. Hey, this game doesn't have rolling to start. There are things that are kind of like rolling in this game, but I think dodge rolling is a excuse to not have any ability for positioning. In my opinion, not that I'm not gonna say like because a lot of people like stuff like that because hey, you get to be you get to feel like a badass rolling through it. I'm just like, it's true, 100%. You do get to feel cool dodging around like that. I'm not going to deny it. I have a weird preference with those games where they're not good, especially in 1. Like, I don't even know what enemies you can do this to, because especially in 1, it's a lot easier to just roll. Blocking with the shield and managing stamina that way just makes me feel like strong, and dodging makes me feel like sneaky, and I kind of like the feeling strong thing. I'm a strength build like Andy. And also people just hate shields in that game, which is funny. Oh, that's cool. That's what Mom's knife does? That's really cool, actually. But yeah, the main thing that killed Elden Ring for me is I was playing it as a co-op game, and it's marketed as a co-op game. It is a co-op game. There's no reason it should not be called a co-op game when it is literally advertised as a co-op experience. With FromSoft's signature DCing. So, hey, you want to co-op this entire game with your buddy? Too bad. We don't want you to do that. I'm like, okay. So, that's really fun. The start of Elden Ring is like weird to me. I'm not gonna like rant about Elden Ring because like again it is. Don't let anybody hear like any of my like friends say this. I think Elden Ring is a no, I don't think it's a good game. Isaac's heart. Elden Ring is a good game if it didn't have those issues. But man, it definitely has those issues, and I don't like that. It does a lot right, but it also is held back by awful fucking internet and repetition, I guess. I've just like repetition. Yeah, that's a good one. With it is you have fought like the same enemy like 4,000 times in that game, man. Like, at what point do you just like not have to fight Magmorn? It doesn't help. Like we again, I played it co-op with somebody, so like a majority of the fights we would have to do twice. Just in a row. I do not want to do a victory lap. I want to just go fight Mega Satan. And when you play with co-op, if you're going to be going through this like same area basically twice the whole time. One, strength items were like fucking useless. Like I had a claymore to start with when I played the game. Oh, yeah, I have Isaac's heart, so I can kind of just do this. Owie. Oh, hold on, I gotta... Wrong button. I'll still do this to you. I'm doing the strat where I switch hands because I can mash faster with my right hand. Because it's my my dominant hand. You just disconnect in Elden Ring. It's a good game if you don't do that. You fight the same enemies all the time because you're playing co-op and you're probably doing it at the same time, which was sometimes annoying in other Souls games. I was like, I didn't mean to use that, but like I should use it at some point anyway, especially because I guess the range gives me damage. And that's like a problem because you could get tired of fighting the same boss over and over again. Usually that's not too bad of a thing, but it certainly is when you fight Magma Worm twice, and then the next boss you go find is Magma Worm, so you fight them another 2 times. We fought Magma Worm, like I don't know if that's his actual name. Like, I'm gonna say it as just like one file. 3 times within the first like a 5 boss fight time, and that's now double that 6 times in the past 10 because you're fighting them all twice. So they could have done better with some of the bosses. Now, I mean, there is so much shit in the game, but also the first time I played it was empty as fuck because, hey, you can't use a horse when you're in co-op. I guess we ended this with me shit-talking Elden Ring, a game that probably has a 99, probably a 95. I'm gonna say 95 because I remember the last update, people really hated the DLC. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and leave now. It was a fun run. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and join my Discord link subscription. I'll see you in the next one. I'll probably complain about more video games because that's my favorite thing to do. Because video games are bad. They're shit.